Now that we've been kind of down bodies, we've all just tried to step up more and be more aggressive. We're all looking for our shots. We're confident in ourselves, and we know if we have an open look, we're gonna let it go. So, I definitely came into this game knowing I had to be aggressive, kind of being the only point guard out there.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then compared to last game, it was a lot better. I thought our effort was a lot better. Communication was better. That first quarter was tough for us, and that was probably one of the main reasons we lost that game. But I'm really proud of our bounce back, and we talked a lot, and we figured it out going forward in the game. So we're not happy about the loss, but it's a better way to lose than we have these last couple games.
Brian and Alyssa.
So Rachel, to kind of piggyback off that, the high ball actions that you guys are running today, what were you seeing in those motions? Because you're just letting them fly.
Yeah, our posts were setting good screens. The second I feel them hit my person, I'm likely shooting it. Especially if that big doesn't step up in time, I'm going. And if they go under, I'm definitely shooting every time. So that's kind of what's going through my mindset. Our posts were just setting really good screens. They made adjustments. They started icing me and kind of sending two on. And I'm gonna have to watch film and kind of make the adjustment for if teams start to do that again, because I think they slow me down a little bit more in the second half.
Alyssa.
It looked like you guys were in a zone coming in the second half. Can you guys just talk a little bit about that? Seemed to be effective.
You got it, girl.
We were in a zone most of the game.
Yeah.
So,
It was
the
a
start of the game, second half. Yeah, I mean, I think sometimes you gotta get a little bit creative on the defensive end when you're down bodies, especially just to be able to kind of protect from foul trouble and fatigue and whatnot. But it's something that we've been working on a little bit in our practices and in our shoot arounds, and just I think we do a good job of it, and we're pretty big and long at times when we're out there. And so if we get the right matchups on the opponents and the floor, what they have spaced out, we give ourselves an opportunity to kind of mix it up into our defenses a little bit more. So we're getting more comfortable in it. But I think, like Rachel mentioned, our communication was way better today. So it gave us an opportunity to have some success with that.
Mike, third row on your left.
Yeah, your brother gets to come here and play at the United Center every couple times here each season, but it's historically and arguably more of a basketball facility. What is it like for you guys to be able to play in this atmosphere here?
I mean, it's great. Anytime that you have the opportunity to play in these big arenas and not only play in them, but sell them out and have that crowd and have that atmosphere and that energy. And I love the fact that we have these theme nights as well, because when you look around, there's all that pink, right, for Barbie night tonight. And so anytime we have the opportunity to have more people in the stands, and a lot of the times it's young women, young girls coming in with their parents who maybe this is their first ever game. They get to, people make a big deal of it. They travel to Chicago, they stay in the hotels. The kids have these great experiences coming to WNBA game. And hopefully that encourages them to pick up a basketball to either try and make it to WNBA or just learn all the stuff that you can learn from playing a sport, right? And so it's exciting to be in this atmosphere. I thought the crowd was a good energy boost for us today. I know I felt them out there, so it's always appreciative.
Carly Bell.
For either of you guys, what confidence and growth have you seen out of Mattie West here in these last couple games? It just seems like not only is her ability to be out there, help you guys stretch the floor, but it just looks like she's really starting to find her rhythm on both sides of the ball. And how impactful is that for you guys now that you're down even more bodies at this point?
It's great. I mean, she works so hard. She's so coachable. We love playing with her. You can talk to her the entire game, get on her, and she's just really great about it. It's great having her on the floor to give that spacing. Like you said, she's different than her other bigs. She's able to shoot the three and kind of play more perimeter and even can bring it up a little bit. So it's been really helpful for us. And like you said, like we're down bodies right now, so it's kind of like next man up. And this is a great opportunity for rookies to get the minutes that they probably wouldn't get usually. So she's learning it on the fly, but she's doing a great job.
Andy, Zachary, then you.
Rachel, as you guys get closer to later in the season now, how much of the messaging in the locker room and the huddle turns to not just looking at one game at a time, but trying to at least contend for playoff position, if at all, or is it still just kind of playing the game out there that's in front of you?
Yeah, I'd say it's just game at a time. We're not even like talking playoffs. Like, of course, that's everybody's goal. You know that in the back of your mind. But with our team, we just got to focus on one possession at a time, one game at a time. That's really what our mindset needs to be, because that's where we're at. And we need to learn to win every possession and play extremely hard every single possession. That's our focus right now.
For either one of you, considering the limited amount of players you have at this moment, and then playing against an opponent like Indiana that likes to push the tempo, how are you all able to really conserve your energy?
You can't conserve energy. You don't have a choice in a WNBA game any night. And so for us, a lot of it, I think we use that zone a little bit to try and force them to play later in the shot clock. Obviously, this is a team that likes to get out and transition and play. I believe we actually won the fast break points. We did 15-11. So we also like to get out and transition and run. But I think for us, it's a matter of, it's a strategic game, right? You got to use your timeouts well. You got to use the stoppages of play well, and give yourselves an opportunity to kind of catch your breath. But at the end of the day, it's a mental game. Your body is going to get tired no matter how many minutes that you play every single night. And so the more mentally you can stay connected to not making a lot of those mistakes that just come from being fatigued, the better it is. And I thought we did a really good job of responding today, everybody, and having that mental toughness, knowing that we were going to be down bodies and you were going to be sucking wind at some point.
Time for a few more. We're going to Naomi.
For any of you, you guys been without Ariel for a few games, Angel for the last couple games, and the bench stays fired up for sure. So how beneficial is it to have their energy and the other players' energy on the bench, even though they're not on the court able to contribute to these games?
Yeah, it's huge. I think the big piece of it is you guys get to see them all fired up when we make shots and stuff, but when we come into those huddles, they're talking to us and they're giving us the little things that they can see from the game, which is a big piece of it as well, because oftentimes when you're out there and things are moving so quickly, it's hard to kind of make some of those reads. So it's great that they're out there, their energy, they're communicating, it's happening in practice, it's happening in shoot around as well. And we are hoping they're back soon. And we know that they're also working their tails off in their rehabs and making sure that they're putting their bodies in the best positions to come back. But we have a really high character team, and it's a very high character locker room. It is, I always say it's a blessing to come to work every single day and enjoy the people that you get to be around. And that doesn't change regardless of the wins and losses here. And that is a major piece when you're building a culture with a brand new coaching staff and a team that's got a lot of new players.
Katie, second row on your left.
For either one of you guys had really good, you guys came back into the game in the third and fourth quarter, good runs in both of those. What was the spark behind either one of those runs? Was it something said at halftime or said on the bench?
We knew what we needed to do. I think like it starts with our defense, and we strung together some stops. We started pushing in transition. Kia hit some big shots. Beck hit some big shots. I thought
some big shots.
I thought we shared the ball really well, and everyone was super aggressive. When everyone's scoring and being aggressive, it's hard to guard us. So I felt like we kind of were just like, screw it. There's no better way to say it. Sorry, I was gonna say something else. But like, I mean, like we have nothing to lose. I mean, like just play at this point, like go out there, have fun, let it fly and let it land how it's gonna. So I feel like that's kind of how we played in that second half with a little bit more confidence and swag.
But before the game, Tyler was saying that he wanted Camila to be really aggressive and dominant. It looked like in the first half she was that, and then I don't think she took a lot of shots in the second half. Do you think Fever shifted something that they were doing, or what was your guys' perspective on it?
I thought they did. Yeah, I mean, they did a good job crowding us guards,
Yeah.
but then they also were always aware of where she was, and really being physical with her and trying to push her off the block, and make those catches higher so that she's having to make a move further off the block, which also forces her to sometimes want to pass it, even when we're like, Mill, no, dog, we don't want it.
Don't.
Like we trust you to make a move down there. So I think like we just got to continue to stay on her and obviously keep feeding her, but stay on her too. Like, don't give it back to us. Go at them. Like, yeah, they're pushing off the block, then rip them and go by. I think she can use her dribble a little bit more. We have so much confidence in her, and that's just going to be part of her game that's going to continue to grow is just being that aggressor every single possession.
You guys the turnovers are still a little high in this game. Sorry. Just reflecting on that, do you think your opponents are they anticipating what you guys want to do? Or, do you guys have to be more creative with the type of looks that you're trying to get? What do you think is leading to that in this game?
Personally, I'm just a knucklehead. Some of it is like I dribbled off my leg again, like be serious. We're just like our timing sometimes is bad.
Yeah.
And then also like some post feeds, like timing on that and also holding off our defenders. It's just a little mixture of stuff. Like, but a lot of it is just me being a knucklehead. And us just better timing, and we're working on it. We really are. I know, like, I'm tired of talking about it, but I have to be better because I'm the top of the offense. So picking our moments too, right? Of like when I should throw a risky pass and when I shouldn't. So I got to be better about that.
All of us do. All right.
Question for either one of you. This was a big game in terms of 3-point base for the Chicago Sky. And I guess the question I have is 10 threes in this game, 6 for you, Rachel.
We saw 3 for Beck Allen. Question about the importance of threes, knowing that you do have a significant hole in your offense in terms of like some of the post players who are out right now, and how does your 3-point shots kind of help to lift up the team?
Yeah, I mean, it's what we do. We love it. It opens up the
I
floor.
could have hit a couple more
Yeah.
just to join the party.
That's all right.
That's cool.
But we're gonna shoot it regardless, but it opens up the floor. I mean, I think it's gonna give Mill a little bit more space inside because their bigs have to step up now on say like I'm coming up a ball screen. They gotta step up closer. Hopefully I can get her behind. So it's just really great for spacing purposes, and it should really help out all of us be able to get more shots. And then most importantly, get Mill and E and our bigs the ball inside as well.
Yeah, Rachel. There's not really much more I can say about Rachel. She's been a huge piece of the heart that we have. She's been willing and ready and capable to do anything that's asked of her, whether that's been on or off the ball, whether that's been being a leader in the locker room. Um, she's a true professional. She's a true team player. She's a true leader. Um, she is what the better side of this league is about. We got a few of them in that locker room, but she's a special one.
Christian?
Hi, Coach Christian Winsider. So last game you talked about you want the players to be competitive. You want them to come out and fight. In this game, it seems like they did come out and fight, and unfortunately, still resulted in a loss. Just reflecting on this game, what do you think it is? Do you think it's not a lot of people out with injuries, or how do you look at this game and this loss?
Three of our starters are out, and so yes, it's got something to do with that. But like I spoke last game, it's your will and ability to compete. It's something that you always have the ability to do, no matter who's on the roster, no matter who's suiting up. I think that we showed that today. I was very proud, very, very proud of our effort today. Yeah, I mean, it's tough. We had 8 players going into it. One we just signed 7 days ago. So it's tough to get everyone up to speed at the same time. But we came into today with the message of commit and compete. That's been our motto all year. I thought we did that today.
I know we've talked about turnovers a lot here, basically the whole season, but outside of the turnovers, you've also allowed a lot of the points off turnovers. What are things that you can do defensively to, at least when you do give up the ball, you can at least limit scoring opportunities that happen against any opponent, and then tonight against India?
I think I don't think all turnovers are created equal. I think that the ones that hurt you are those live ball turnovers that put your defense in a tough situation to get back, and against a team that has such speedy guards as Indiana does, puts a lot of pressure on your transition defense, and especially with the makeup of our roster, we play a little bit bigger than other teams, and so we can be a little vulnerable in transition at times if we're not taking care of the ball. So it starts there. I thought our half court defense was decent at times, and we played a ton of zone today, and at times it was good and at times it wasn't. But I think for the most part, we executed what we wanted to do, with the exception of that first quarter. I thought we played 3 quarters of really tough basketball. And so, again, pleased with the effort today.
Coach, you saw a lot of fight from your team today, especially in that second half. To start off, you ended up getting the game to a 2-point score. Can you just talk about, with 5 players out, what your team did today and just the effort that they gave from everybody who got on the floor?
Yeah, I think games like today, as a fan, you're always going to look at the final result. I think as a coach and as a player and any internal part of the organization, you learn to be proud of efforts like these, especially in a season that's been tough. And so, one thing about us is we're not going to give up. And so that's been the messaging. We want to continue to stay together. We know what the odds are in terms of the injuries that we face and things like that, but we still get paid to do a job. We from the staff to the players. And so from that standpoint, coming in with the understanding of doing our job and helping the person next to them do their job, that's part of the togetherness and the culture that we want to continue to create here in Chicago.
Coach Tip said she brought a lot, I thought, energy off the bench. Just wanted to get your assessment on just her play today.
Yeah, I mean, she's an effort and energy and a hustle player, has been that since her years in college. And she's growing with more and more confidence. The more minutes, the more valuable minutes that she gets with Indiana, just like I feel like Mattie is doing with us. And so she's a rookie, but she's someone that's she'll be around this league for a while. She's finding her niche, and they're finding minutes to insert her in those lineups, and they're valuable minutes. And so she's getting great experience over there, and she played extremely well tonight.
Mattie West built in the first quarter today. What has the process been of kind of building trust with her as a rookie to the point where now you're comfortable bringing her in the first quarter?
Yeah, I think it's been it's been the typical learning curves of a rookie, but at the same time, her and Haley have both been thrown into the fire, maybe a little bit sooner than they anticipated, but they've handled those challenges well. I think that with each game, each passing game, no matter how they play it, you're still gaining valuable experience, and that just breeds and adds to the confidence. And I think that she's always going to have the trust level of us as a staff. I think that as each game goes, she's growing more and more trust within her teammates, and that's huge in itself as well. And so they trust her to be out there on both ends of the floor. She gives maximum effort every time that she's out there. She's continuing to learn to adjust to the pace of the W, which is an adjustment. And so I think she's been really, really good.
Play of the game, you drew up a dribble handoff for Camilla. I would say she got off to a good start, then maybe didn't have as many opportunities later in the game. So what are the challenges of trying to feature her more offensively?
Yeah, I think that teams are making it more and more difficult to get just regular, easy post entries into her. So we got to find different ways to get her looks. And I think that if there's one thing that y'all have seen from me now is I'm not afraid to put people in different positions to try to be successful. And so, it's we're going to continue to put her in different positions as well. I think the days of just sitting her on the block and throwing it in, those days are probably gone. We got to find other creative ways to get her those types of looks in those areas. They can kind of create some difficulties for the opposing defense, and so we'll continue to work at it. I thought that she continued to bring the effort and the energy in today, even when whether shots were falling or whether she was getting looks inside. I thought she gave a lot of good effort defensively. I thought she screened well today, and we just got to find more opportunities to get her more looks each night. So.
To follow up on that, Camilla's defense has just seemed to be more disciplined here these last couple of games. She's not getting into early foul trouble. What are things that you've worked on with her since right around prior to the All-Star break to now that's allowed her to really settle into the defensive scheme and identity that you want this team to have?
Yeah, it's a lot of film watching with our staff. They've done a great job as well. And then I think some of it is just growth and maturity within Camilla herself, and just understanding how important she is to us on the defensive end. And then especially, with the absence of Angel the last couple of games, puts even more importance on her to be able to be available. And so, she understands that. She understands how, what it does to us when she gets in the early foul trouble and not having her out there. And so, again, I think that that's part of her continued maturing process that she's adapting to really well.